menopausal years look like.
I'm Archie Zaraletta.
The calendar still says spring, but this weekend is the unofficial start to the summer movie season. And debuting in theaters is a remake of a 1980s TV show. Kevin Carr has a sneak peek at The Fall Guy.
The latest adaptation of a TV series with few similarities to that series is The Fall Guy.
I'm just a stunt guy.
If you love the old Lee Majors show about a stuntman helping people on his days off, I have no idea if you'll like this movie, because they're very different animals. I mean, this is a tongue-in-cheek action movie about a stuntman, but the similarities end there.
One last stunt, going down in a blaze of glory.
The film follows a retired stuntman brought back to work for his ex-lover/director in a sci-fi epic blockbuster. He then has to track down the missing star of the movie.
We need you to find him.
Why me?
You're a stuntman. No one's going to notice whether you're here or not. No offense.
I mean, some take it.
Yeah, the stunts are fantastic. That's to be expected. But it's held together with the flimsiest of scripts. It feels like one of those stunt show spectaculars performed at theme parks with the story thrown in as an afterthought, and ends up being simultaneously convoluted yet cliched and predictable yet baffling.
Let's make some trouble.
Get out of my head.
Stars Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt have chemistry and are fun with the comedy, but their characters at times don't even seem necessary for the film. We're left with a slick-looking movie about making movies that appears to have no idea how movies are actually made.
This is an epic story. It's cosmic proportions.
The Fall Guy gets 2.5 thumbs up out of 5. I'm Kevin Carr, and that's the way I see it.
And that's our show for today, Friday, May 3rd, 2024. America in the Morning is produced by Jeff McKay. Production assistants Christian Matos. Our senior producer, Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lonray Falusi with today's Tip for Kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Did you know that tooth decay is an infection? Luckily, cavities are largely preventable. The bacteria that cause cavities pass from parents to children, so good oral health is a family affair. Take care of baby teeth as soon as they emerge by brushing them with a smear of toothpaste with fluoride. Talk with your pediatrician about your baby's oral health and take him to the dentist by age 1. For more, visit healthychildren.org.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
You can set reminders, make a grocery list, look up random facts and info in seconds, and play your favorite talk show, all with your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440.
News Radio 1440 WLWIAM, the home of Sean Hannity, also on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery, Alabama, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. New crackdowns on college campuses, the latest in Portland, Oregon. Correspondent Jonathan Bigliotti has our top story.
Protesters with makeshift armor ran from the Portland State University Library into dozens of police surrounding the area as officers cleared out a days-long occupation. Outside, tense clashes as authorities threw protesters to the ground and arrested several.
UCLA's chancellor now facing calls to step down over the chaotic standoff between pro-Palestinian protesters and police there. In Houston, severe storms have triggered massive flooding in and around the city. Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo is calling for mandatory evacuations near the East Fork of the San Jacinto River.
Street-side structures will have rooftop flooding. The water will be hitting power lines, which puts our emergency evacuation vehicles at risk.
Many roads are swamped, making it impossible to drive. A federal judge in L.A. has sentenced the captain of a dive boat to 4 years in prison in a 2019 fire that killed 34 people below deck. Families showed up at court to face him.
He never once said, "I was wrong." And that's the part that angers me tremendously. He never accepted responsibility for his role in this.
Captain Jerry Boylan was the first to abandon ship. The wife of a doctor who drove his family off a steep cliff along the Pacific Coast Highway in Southern California in his Tesla last year has pleaded with a court in Redwood City to drop attempted murder charges. She told police her husband, radiologist Dharmesh Patel, was depressed and suicidal. Now, Nia Patel says they understand it's a treatable condition and he should be accepted for a 2-year pretrial program for defendants diagnosed with mental, and their 2 children were not injured. They were injured, that is, but they survived. The government releases the April jobs report in half an hour, and analysts expect it'll show hiring is slowing down. That's not all. CBS's Jill Schlesinger.
The unemployment rate is expected to come in at around 3.8 or 3.9%. If so, it would be the 27th consecutive month where the
Ain't nobody looking for a job.
4%.
Get out your fancy fascinator. The Kentucky Derby is tomorrow. The Washington Post's Neil Greenberg says it'll be a crowded field of contenders.
There should be a full 20-horse field. That's almost 3 times the size of the mountain field, so there's a lot of horses.
Post time is 6:57 p.m. Eastern. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Why do so many dogs suffer from problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around.
Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it.
That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding.
She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511. Text GOOD to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
Look who's making her mark on language.
Beyonce's name will be added to a French dictionary soon. Definition: American singer of R&B and pop. They forgot country.
This ain't Texas.
Beyonce's name does have a French origin. Her mom used her maiden name Beyonce, which got misspelled to Beyonce on her birth certificate. Her name will now be among 39 others added, including actress Cate Blanchett, Oppenheimer director Christopher Nolan, and NBA star LeBron James. Monica Ricks, CBS News.
A Southern California couple's asking the public for help to track down whoever shot 2 of their miniature ponies to death. They say someone killed Brownie and Trigger at their ranch in the foothills of the San Jacinto Mountains, one on April 29th, the other a day later. They say the duo were like family dogs, greeting them at the gate every time they came home. They hope the publicity will help lead to the culprit. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. If you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right, you can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up. I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code LANE to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code LANE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code LANE for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Listen to News Radio 1440 from the comfort of your car seat, the comfort of your desk chair, or the comfort of your recliner at home. We are everywhere, on the radio, online, and on your smart home speaker. News Radio 1440. Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Mild start to our Friday with a few passing sprinkles gives way to a warm afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 80s under a mix of sun and clouds. There's a chance for scattered shower, maybe a thunderstorm later on today. Tonight we'll see lows in the 60s. Your weekend remains warm with highs near 90, lows in the 60s. Scattered to isolated rain and thunderstorm chances each day this weekend. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues on this Friday. Your 7 o'clock hour kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area. Looking at your traffic flow, no big backups or slowdowns. That's all good, but it's early. Keep listening, and we will keep you posted. Come by and check out the next generation compact track motors at Thompson Tractor. With more power and a larger cab, this machine is built to impress. Join Thompson Tractor at their Montgomery demo event May 9th. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Friday. Meta is coming to Montgomery. Meta, which operates Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and WhatsApp, is one of the largest tech companies in the world. Plans to open an AI data center in Alabama's capital city. The governor says it will be an $800 million facility and will bring 100 jobs to the area. It will be located across from Hyundai. That's to open at the end of 2026. Alabama lawmakers made progress on both the general fund and education budgets Thursday. The House passed the general fund, and it now goes back to the Senate. What did not come up? Gaming legislation. There's only 3 days left in the session. The governor signed a bill into law assuring that President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will be on Alabama's November ballot. Secretary of State Wes Allen warned the Democratic Party that they may miss the deadline to submit paperwork, which was August 15th. I'm Jasmine Williams with your morning headline.
Hi, I'm Queen Latifah. Even with heart failure, my mother remains strong. Because without strength, you lose faith. Together, we will rise above
Good morning, everyone.
Temperatures are soaring, and unfortunately, so is the risk of developing skin cancer. The sun's harmful ultraviolet rays can damage your skin if it's not protected properly. So when you're out in the sun this summer, make sure to wear your protective clothing like hats and long sleeves, and repeatedly reapply sunscreen.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Russell Wilson here. We play 60 United Way in the NFL, helping kids play at least 60 minutes a day.
Healthy kids.
To get involved, go to UnitedWay.org/play60.
Donate.
Are you guys going to do that every time?
Yes, of course.
Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Did you know that June is Men's Health Month?
Ladies, now is the time to encourage the men and boys in your life to make that doctor's appointment he's been putting off, or talk to the doctor about the symptoms he's been having. We're outliving men by 5 years. Let's change that by raising awareness this month on preventable health problems, early detection, and treatment of diseases that impact men and boys.
Man, it's time to talk to the younger generation and encourage healthy lifestyles. Exercise more, drink more water, and cut down on junk food. Let's set an example for our kids that will not only affect their lives, but the lives of their children. June is the perfect time to schedule your annual checkup and make those healthy lifestyle changes.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
Take News Radio 1440 with you everywhere on your AM dial at 1440, on 95.1 HD3 on FM, through our app on the App Store, or through your Alexa or Google smart home device.
And good morning, everybody. Hope this day finds everybody doing pretty good this morning, because it's a Friday morning. Thank God it's Friday. But don't forget to thank them for the rest of the days either. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. We do this Monday through Friday, except we're not going to go through too much today because I got an audio piece I got to play for you guys today. Hopefully it motivates you or something. Anyway, good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. And if you can look up, well, hopefully you can get up. It is May the 3rd, 2024. And it is a great day to be alive. Today's daily bread for May the 3rd, 2024 is Prayer Matters. Our scripture insight today comes from 2 Kings 21 through 6. But we're going to get started with 2 Kings 20 and 5, which reads, I have heard your prayer and seen your tears. I will heal you. Govern yourselves accordingly. And again, good morning. It is a great day to be alive. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that shall never, ever be again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, May the 3rd, 2024, hopefully if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you've lived a while, you've seen, you've heard many, 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 and if you're really blessed, a little more than that, yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, mercy, charity, and the love of God, we may, I am not sure, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day, May the 3rd, 2024, that is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with it? Well, do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, and reach back every once in a while and give somebody else a helping hand. And don't forget that wireless communication has been around a long time, has never failed, no matter how much it rains, no matter how many clouds are in the sky, no matter how many obstacles, it always works. Prayer. Bishop Elijah May said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard of how you live your life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at everything that we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but never quit. Never give up. Because quitters will never win. And winners sometimes fail, but they never quit. So don't you. And again, no matter what happens on this day, May the 3rd, remember, it is still a great day to be alive. You should take this day more enthusiastically than you've ever taken any day in your life. Because this one, as with the past, was never promised. Good morning to you. Prayer matters. That's our daily bread for this day, May the 3rd, 2024. I'll be back, if the good Lord says the same, in a little bit. Don't y'all go nowhere. For your edification, prayer matters. We'll be back.
Brain scan, that my kids would come back to church. Comfort for Dave, who lost his wife. Our care ministry team receives a weekly list of prayer requests like these so that we can pray and send each person a handwritten note. The requests are overwhelming, and our efforts can feel small and unnoticed. That changed after I received a heartfelt thank you card from Dave, the recently bereaved husband, with a copy of his beloved wife's obituary. I realized anew that prayer matters. Jesus modeled that we should pray earnestly, often, and with hopeful faith. His time on earth was limited, but he prioritized getting away by himself to pray. Hundreds of years earlier, the Israelite king Hezekiah learned this lesson too. In 2 Kings chapter 20, he was told that an illness would soon take his life. In distress and weeping bitterly, Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord. In this instance, God's response was immediate. He healed Hezekiah's sickness, added 15 years to his life, and promised to rescue the kingdom from an adversary. God answered his prayer not because Hezekiah was living a good life, but for his own honor and for the sake of his servant David. We may not always receive what we ask for, but we can be sure that God is working in and through every prayer. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from 2 Kings chapter 20, verses 1 through 6. In those days, Hezekiah became ill and was at the point of death. The prophet Isaiah, son of Amoz, went to him and said, "This is what the Lord says. Put your house in order, because you are going to die. You will not recover." Hezekiah turned his face to the wall and prayed to the Lord. "Remember, Lord, how I have walked before you faithfully and with wholehearted devotion, and have done what is good in your eyes." And Hezekiah wept bitterly. Before Isaiah had left the middle court, the word of the Lord came to him. "Go back and tell Hezekiah, the ruler of my people, this is what the Lord, the God of your father David, says. I have heard your prayer and seen your tears. I will heal you. On the third day from now, you will go to the temple of the Lord. I will add 15 years to your life, and I will deliver you and this city from the hand of the king of Assyria. I will defend this city for my sake and for the sake of my servant David." Let's pray. Heavenly Father, it's so comforting to know that we can come to you anytime and about anything, and that you will sit patiently and listen to our prayers. As we pray for the cares of our own life, may we also remember the needs of others and bring them to you, trusting that you will answer. Thank you, Lord. It's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Tony Collier, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministry.
And of course, and now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America, because without whom the United States wouldn't be so united, and we wouldn't be states. So give honor and homage to the folks who put maintenance on the freedoms that you guys have. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard and Space Force. I don't really know what they do, but okay. I don't know if they've earned any respect yet, but I'm still looking out for them. And good morning. Hey, again, every Friday is a school bus driver day because I don't know how they do it, putting up with somebody else's naughty kids, but they do it. They do it. I don't know how they do it. And that's the ugliest vehicle on the road. As a matter of fact, the school bus is the ugliest bus. It's the ugliest vehicle on the road. I'd rather look at an 18-wheeler. I'm just saying, they're just ugly. And whoever came up with that ugly yellow color, I know. Well, make it orange. We all know what orange means. It means caution. Come on now, yellow. Woo. I'm glad I never rolled on the school bus. But anyway, I do appreciate the bus drivers, so don't get me wrong. They work hard. Also, good morning to the Montgomery Sanitation Department, the Montgomery Police Department, the Montgomery Fire Department, MFDs, as we like to call them. All my buddies down there, they don't know me, but that's okay. I still got to say hi to them. The Sheriff Department, good morning, Derek Cunningham. Who's the police chief right now? I don't know. It's the name Hall or something like that. Okay, let me get him down here one day. We'll talk. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope everything and the SWAT get involved with somebody the other day. Okay. Yeah, well, don't do the crime, you don't got to do the time. People getting tired of the crime in this city. Bring back Jump Street. Brother can't even walk down the street nowadays. Got a special guest coming up at 9 o'clock this morning. I invited my son. Yeah, I got to find out where his head is. If he's just as crazy as some of those other folks were protesting everybody. We're just going to talk Elkins versus Elkins is what it's going to be. Not my oldest one. Yeah, he's 33. I think he's grown. And I'm scheduled to have one of our county commissioners either on the phone or coming up here this morning, one of the others. I don't know. Anybody seen Harris down there? He never really ever shows up. I don't know why. I said, Elkins, let me come on down there and talk to the people. Never does. And Ziegler, come on now. And the city council is almost, listen, I don't even know why they don't. I don't know where Pruitt is. My buddy, my friend, my ace Boone Coon. Where you at, man? All righty then. I don't know where is Glenn Pruitt? Anybody seen him? I mean, I see him on TV at the meeting, but he used to come down here all the time, man. Where's he at? Okay. He's been down there a little while. Okay, now he thinks he don't have to pay homage to the elk dog. Okay, I'm just saying, elk dog, you got to pay homage to me because, listen, I have your political career in my hand. I'm just saying, where is it? Okay, Calhoun comes out every once in a while. Well, actually, I guess, has he been down this year at all? Has Pruitt been down here this year at all? I don't think. Calhoun's been down here once or twice. Who's it? Let's see. Let me see. Who's head of the who's chairman of the city council now? Oh yeah, Calhoun is. Oh yeah, and the pro chair, whatever they call it, the other guy, the assistant, it's Pruitt. So yeah, I got to get them down here though, so we can talk about things. Anyway, got a thing coming up here. It's called "It's a Great Day to Be Alive." It is one of those pieces where it makes you think about life. And I only do it on Fridays now, so so you just got to deal with it because we all need to hear a different perspective of life sometimes. Let me see, like I don't know who this is. Hello. I'm doing good, Ed. What's up? That is. Mm. All righty then. Didn't I tell you I was going to play something here? All right, I'm going to take one more call, then I'm going to play my piece here. Good morning. Ooh, what can I say? Anyway, let me play this right quick. We'll be back, and we'll get this party started in a little bit.
But every morning, my grandmother would wake up at 4:15. And at 4:16, her feet would hit the floor, usually right in front of my face. And that's what would wake me up. But I would lay there and I would pretend like I was still asleep because me and 4:15 really didn't get along. But grandma would look at the back of my head. I could feel her staring at me. And then finally she would say, now sugar, grandmama know you ain't sleep. You just supposed to go on and get on up and get ready for school. And my grandmother was known for saying things that would kind of make you a little angry because they made so much sense. And you couldn't argue with it. Parents, you know, there's things that you, when you become parents, you start to say to your own kids. And my grandmother would say, now son, you knew when you laid down there last night that you had to get up this morning. I don't know why every single morning you lay there and act surprised. It ought to be thankful that the Lord saw fit to wake you up this in your right mind. But what my grandmother was encouraging me to do was simply to be grateful for the opportunity. In spite of all that I had been through in my life, she just wanted to make sure that I understood the opportunity that I've been given. My life got started, it was a little rough start. I was born 2 months premature. My mother was walking up a flight of stairs, and she didn't know this at the time, but a woman she had an argument with earlier was standing above her holding a pot of boiling water. As my mom made her way up the stairs, that woman dumped that water onto my mom and sent her tumbling down the stairs into premature labor. She received third-degree burns to over 25% of her body. When we were finally allowed to leave the hospital, as you can imagine, my mom was in a great deal of pain. Those burns just barely missed her face and covered most of the front of her body. So when we got home, she began taking a heavy sedative, pain medication to help her recover. When she took that medication, it was very difficult for her to watch me, so I would bounce around a lot. I'd stay with my mom for a little bit, and I'd go stay with grandma, and I'd stay with some neighbors, aunties, and then back to my mother's house. I did that for the first 3 years of my life. I was 3 years old, I was back at my mom's house, and I got into her purse, I found that medication, I swallowed everything in the bottle. When they found me, they rushed me to the hospital, and my heart would stop, and eventually I went into a coma. But because of that accident, because of that incident, the state of California, they did an investigation. And the conclusion that they came to was that it wasn't an accident. They removed me from my mother's home, and they awarded the state, and eventually I went into the foster care system. Shortly after I arrived to one of my foster homes, my foster mom, her name was Miss Alexander. Miss Alexander began locking me inside the closet with a light. She'd open the closet door, she'd kick me, hit me with a stick or a strap or whatever she had. It was while I was in that foster home that I was sexually abused for the first time in my life. And oftentimes people ask, you know, if that has to be the worst thing that could happen to someone. I have scars on my body that you can't see. I have a burn here on my hand that she put there with an iron. But all of that pain went away. The worst thing that Mrs. Alexander would do is she would open the closet door, she would stand over me, and she would say, "You're stupid, you ain't gonna never amount to nothing." And that hurt me more than any of the physical kicks or the physical pain because I believed it for a long time. I believed that I would never amount to anything, just like she said. Now, I didn't know this at the time, I found out a little bit later, but my grandmother, my hero, she had started going back and forth to court, trying to prove that she could take care of an active, handsome little boy. And eventually the state of California, they granted her full custody of me. And I'll never forget standing on Miss Alexander's front porch waiting. She had my little belongings, everything that I had. I remember standing there, it may have only been a half an hour, but it felt like an eternity. And I can remember thinking maybe no one's coming. But after a while, at the end of the block, I see the ugliest car I've ever seen in my life. And the car pulls up right in front of the porch. And I remember all I could see are these two big glass bifocals. I found out later that Grandma had glaucoma. She wasn't supposed to be. But she gets out of that big car and she's got on this white floppy hat with this, there's a flower right there in the middle. And I remember she had on this long white dress that came all the way down to her ankles. And I found out later that, that was Grandma's Sunday best. It was an outfit that she only reserved for special occasions. And I can remember for once in my life feeling like I was on a special occasion. But I remember jumping into Grandma's arms and squeezing her, and I remember her whispering and saying to me, everything's okay. You're family. And everything was okay, just like Grandmother said. And I had a lot to look forward to. I found out that my mom was going to court trying to prove that she could take care of me. And I can remember sitting there with my mother, and we talk, and we had a lot of different conversations. One thing I can remember saying, Mama, one day when I get big, I'm gonna buy you a nice house with a fireplace. I said, Mama, one day I'm gonna buy you a nice car. Not like Grandma, so get you a nice one. But the truth is, I just really wanted to become a family again, and that's what I look forward to. When I was 12 years old, I was asleep on my grandmother's floor. It was about 4 o'clock in the morning. We get a knock on the door. It was my mom's roommate. Miss Howe, come quick. Miss Howe was my grandma. She said, come quick, it's Ruth. Ruth was my mom. She said, I can't wake her up. I think she's dead. And I can remember laying on that floor, kind of wishing it was taken, hoping that it was maybe a dream. But it wasn't. And that's how I found out that all the hopes and dreams and things that I had to look forward to weren't going to happen. I became very angry. I became confused. I was hurt. I didn't really understand what was happening. I started acting out, hanging out with wrong people, breaking into houses, started stealing cars. I can remember not really caring what happened to me. I continued that behavior until I was 19. When I was 19, I found myself standing in front of a judge. I was handcuffed. I had a chain around my waist, and my handcuffs were attached to that chain. The judge looked at me and says, the state of California sentences you to 15 years in prison for armed robbery and assault. That day, when that door closed behind me for the first time as a convicted felon, I remember standing in that empty cell. I remember my knees started to get weak and they started to shake uncontrollably. I collapsed and I fell to the floor. I just started crying alone. I can remember hearing voices. I heard the voice of my foster mom saying, you're stupid, you ain't gonna never amount to nothing. I heard the voice of family members and friends of family that said, that boy's gonna end up just like his father. My father was a criminal and he died in prison. I can remember laying there thinking to myself that this is where I'm gonna die. But here's what happened that would change my life. Shortly after I arrived to that prison, there was an educator there. His name was Charles Lyles, 6'3", ex-Marine. And I don't know what it was about me, but every time he saw me, he'd say, hey, Mr. Humphrey. And he had this big smile on his face, a smile that my kids would say, that's creepy. But he smiled and he said, hey, Mr. Humphrey, how are you doing? He always called me Mr. Humphrey. He gave me that respect. He walked into my cell. He looked at me. He said, Mr. Humphrey, he says, prison doesn't have to be your life. He says, you can get out of here and you can do great things. He started to walk away, and before he walked out of my cell, he turned around one last time and he says, Mr. Humphrey? I said, yes, sir. He says, I believe in you. He walked out of my cell. If he had continued to stand there, he would have seen the tears running down my face because no one had ever said that to me. But I remember just thinking to myself, I'm going to make some changes, and I'm going to change my life. And a little over 4 years after the day I originally collapsed and fell to the floor, I walked out of that prison on parole. That was over 18 years ago. I've never been back other than to mentor and help other people. But here's what I know. I know that when you've had a rough life, when you feel unwanted, I know that when you have hopes and dreams and when you have things that you can look forward to, and when you have people in place that support you and push you, I know that that gives you a reason to live. It is a great day to be alive. And that's something that I haven't always said, but now it's something that I say to myself every single day at some point. If I'm having a great day or a bad day, that's something that I say. But what I also understand is that what my grandmother was thanking her higher power for each and every day was for the opportunity that she'd been given. And she never missed an opportunity to tell anyone that would listen, especially me, it's a great day to be alive.
It is a great day to be alive. 7:37 in the morning. Hope you enjoyed that. I always enjoy it. Every time I hear it, it just gives me it's kind of like looking at a flower. You know, if you look at the same flower 14 times, you can look at it 14 different ways. Anyway, good morning to you. 7:37 in the morning. We got to take a break, and when we come back, we'll I know people say you just got off break. Well, that really wasn't a break. Okay, that was my attempt to bring a different perspective into your life. And don't forget, today is first caller day, Monday, Friday. You know, we're looking for some first time callers, just so I can keep that one guy off the phone. You know, the gay guy. I mean, I ain't mad at him. Don't get me wrong. And listen, you do you know. I mean, okay, there's two sayings that young folks say that I really like. I didn't get them at first, but now I get them. One is, it is what it is, and here's another. Hey, let it do what it do. That just gets me right here. That just let it do what it do. I mean, what can be much simpler than that? Let it do what it do. Man, I gotta tell you, I don't know who came up with that, but listen, that's good stuff. Of course, my son, who's coming up here at 9 o'clock, he told me what a simp was, S-I-M-P, and I'm still trying to figure that out. I mean, sometimes it's good to be a simp, but I'll explain that later on. Anyway, right now, let's take a break, and we'll be back 7:38 in the morning, and we're going to tell you who won the Student of the Day, of the week for the Montgomery Advertiser. We'll be back.
XFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know there's a better way to do things, like bundling your home and auto insurance with Allstate. Why make things harder than they need to be? There's a better way to save time and money. Visit allstate.com or call for a quote today.
Mild start to our Friday with a few passing sprinkles gives way to a warm afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 80s under a mix of sun and clouds. There's a chance for scattered shower, maybe a thunderstorm later on today. Tonight we'll see lows in the 60s. Your weekend remains warm with highs near 90, lows in the 60s. Scattered to isolated rain and thunderstorm chances each day this weekend. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. The good news continues. Still no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into and through the Tri-County area. Looking at your traffic flow maps, no big backups or slowdowns. That's all good news. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Larry Live Oak, make sure you've got the right insurance for your needs and lifestyle. Larry's been customizing insurance since 1988. Call Live Oak Insurance, Main Street in Millbrook, 285-2881. Buckle up. It's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
The Call of Duty League is undergoing some major changes this upcoming competitive season, promising growth and increased revenue options for teams. These shifts follow Optic Gaming's lawsuit, which accused the CDL of a 100% monopoly over the league, allegedly leading teams into financially ruinous partnerships. With the league removing entry fees for teams, hosting more events, and developing team bundles, the future of COD esports looks promising.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Every day, Cintas service reps help businesses get ready for the workday. They provide freshly laundered workwear delivered every week. Mats, mops, restroom and cleaning supplies. First aid and safety products to help your employees stay safe.
Good morning, Facebook.
Fire extinguishers and emergency lights.
How y'all doing?
Cintas helps keep your business running smoothly. See what Cintas can do for you. Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you could get both, why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare. And that's MediShare. You get both. Many families save $500 a month switching to MediShare, and that's huge. But it's also true people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. And that's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network. So yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or you're part of the gig economy or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here's the number. Call 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better, and kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network Hospital.
Listen to News Radio 1440 at work, newsradio1440.com, at home through your Alexa or Google smart home device. Depend on it. News Radio 1440.
Okay, I just found a degree this morning that I did not know existed. Now, I don't know why anybody would want this degree, but there's probably some job security in it, I would say. Okay, I'll tell you about that. I had a young lady on the show. I don't know when it was, months ago, and she's a singer, right? She's a singer. Little Kim Stewart. Mine said she just graduated. She went to Jefferson State Community College, but her degree is in something that I just can't. I didn't know they had degrees like this. but she certainly never be without a job. What she got? Jefferson State Community College, a degree with funeral service education degree. Okay, right on. There are a lot of jobs that I wouldn't mind putting a little thing up on the wall, but I'm thinking if I put that degree on the wall, ain't nobody coming back to the house to visit me. Well, okay. So you're gonna see me when I'm dead. But again, she'll always have a job though. Because one thing that our people gonna do, you're gonna funeral service. I mean, so what's a funeral service degree, John? I got to get on there with it because you find out you passed, it's over. You go to the church. The preacher want to know if you got any insurance, so he get a couple of dollars out of that, and and then they take it to the graveyard. I mean, what else can you do? I mean, anyway, I got her. She's got to come on and tell us about that. It's kind of a degree that's kind of depressing, to tell you the truth. But somebody's got to do it. Anyway, also, what else I got going on today? So my son's coming on at 9. We're going to talk a little bit about his generation. What else is going on? A couple of things before I tell you who won the. I'll tell you who won the. Well, no, I'm going to tell you that right now. Montgomery Advertiser has this thing every week. They take kids. They pick kids' names, although our schools are dropping the ball because they can't put but 4 or 5, all these high schools we got around here, and they cannot. They don't have anybody in their schools, most of them, that they think deserves a recognition. But if they won the state championship, they could put them all on the airways and all over Montgomery. But we don't seem to take enough interest in the rest of the kids. So I'm not mad at them. Don't get me wrong, but it just seemed like to me, no wonder everybody wants to be a rapper or a football player, because we don't seem to recognize the kids who are doing an outstanding job. But they are. Anyway, the contestants were Chase Mathis of Prattville High School, number one. Number two, Anna Marie Guzman from Percy Julian High School, number two. Macacia Burns of Otagoville School, number three. Chasen Brown of Success Unlimited. These were your contestants and Montgomery Advertisers Student of the Week for starting the week April 29th. And the winner is, with 75% of the vote, the winner is Chase Mathis of Prattville High School. Chase is a hardworking student who always puts his best effort into his work. According to the Prattville High School leadership, he has an average. He has an A average in every subject. What makes Chase stand out, though, is his attitude toward others. Teachers say he is supportive and helpful to his classmates, respectful to his teachers, and overall great student citizen. Prattville High School leaders say Chase is a great representative of Prattville High School and is an amazing young man of integrity. And with a total vote of 239 votes, 75.63% of all the votes, Mr. Chase Mathis of Prattville High School is our winner. Okay, good for him. But honorable mention is Miss Anna Marie Guzman, who came in second place, Macacia Burns, who came in third place, and Chasen Brown of Success Unlimited came in fourth place. Hey, congratulations to them all, though, because you know what? I didn't read anything about them in the news. That's good. All right, then. That's it. Then we got a couple other things to do, but see who is on the phone. Good morning. Good morning. Well, one of our county commissioners said he was either going to show up or call up. I haven't figured out which one, if he forgot about me already, but I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Or maybe it's next hour. I think next hour he's going to be here. Yeah, that's what he's going to be. What is it? I don't know what it is. Well, that sounds like a pretty good creed there. I mean, we benefit from the sharing of all this money sometimes, except the education trust fund. I haven't figured that one out yet, but I did get a call back from Young Boozer the other day about that, and they sent me some information about it. But all that money don't go to education. Okay, but wait a minute. You're blowing my high here. That Paco Logo I smoked. Now you're making me lose all the effects of it, because I just heard a few minutes ago on the radio that the unemployment rate is at a 60-year low. No, right. What they should have put. Well, the workforce participation is at a 90-year low. So how do you survive not working? I mean, how do you do that? Evidently, a lot of people are doing it. But how you doing it? Live with mama still at 40? I mean, mm. Yeah, there would be. Yeah, there would be. Yeah. Yeah, that's again, if Trump was sending all that money overseas, they'd say he must be getting the kickback. So kind of, you know. And your boy went to Ukraine. Wait a minute, your boy went to Ukraine and told them they not getting any money unless you fire your attorney general. And yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I think they have. I don't know why he did that because I don't think he's in a position to really. Y'all just let it die. I don't. Hey, Yeah, I think we will. I don't know if Hunter really need to do that since he, go to sleep on that crack. Although, I don't want no. You know why I don't take crack? Anything that can control me that good, I think I better leave it alone. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Anyway, it is 7:53 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Fine, fine. Yeah, I know how you do it. I mean, young folks. I mean, not old folks who getting their Social Security check and all that stuff who worked already. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Yeah. Mm.
We can continue to have a $3 trillion federal deficit every year.
Well, I don't know exactly what the end gonna be, but I know you can't keep printing money that's valueless, and we've been doing that for a long time. And the gold standard, Nixon did that, right? He took us off the gold. Or was it Ford? Yeah, yeah. And wait a minute, did you hear what the IRS said the other day? That note came out on the IRS said they're going to beef up. They got 80 million or $800 million or something like that in order to go after people and to start auditing people again. so yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, well, Yeah. Well, and you know what? When they did this budget a couple of years ago, we asked them, why in the world are we empowering IRS agents to come after citizens? Okay, but that's what you get when you put a Democrat in the White House. Oh, I see, because they redefine what rich is now. What is rich? What is rich? Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, yeah. What does the IRS need? What does a IRS agent need to do with a military grade weapon? Yeah, man. But when we brought this up, everybody said y'all crazy. That's not what they're gonna do. Yes, it is what they're doing. And now this is one of those times in America it's better to be poor like me. So, yes. Listen, hey, appreciate it, but I got to go take another break. But there's a little truth to every conspiracy theory. There's a little truth to all of them. The question is, how much? Good morning. Good morning. Who's this? Oh man, it is. Now call me back. I didn't know what time it was. Call me back because well, you get to call back now because I'm out of time. I didn't. Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Anyway, you come back. No, man. Where's the time go when you're having fun? All right, gotta go. We'll come back and talk about a lot of things this morning. Hopefully, you'll enjoy it. We'll be back.
WSFA 12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Friday. Meta is coming to Montgomery. Meta, which operates Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and WhatsApp, is one of the largest tech companies in the world. It plans to open an AI data center in Alabama's capital city. The governor says this will be an $800 million facility and will bring 100 jobs to the area. It will be located across from Hyundai. It's set to open at the end of 2026. Alabama lawmakers made progress on both the general fund and education budgets Thursday. The House passed the general fund and it now goes back to the Senate. What did not come up? Gaming legislation. There's only 3 days left in the session. The governor signed a bill into law assuring that President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris will be on Alabama's November ballot. Secretary of State Wes Allen warned the Democratic Party that they may miss the deadline to submit paperwork, which was August 15th. I'm Jasmine Williams, your morning headline.
WIAM is News Radio 1440, also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the doors open. Yeah. Yeah, but if not, I'll be at just holler at me when you're coming up the elevator, and I'll make sure.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. A downshift in the jobs market. This past hour, the Labor Department released its April report, and it shows hiring down to a much lower than expected 175,000. The jobless rate was up from 3.8% to 3.9%. But Bankrate's Mark Hamrick says it's still nothing to sneeze at.
The nation's unemployment rate has remained below 4% since January 2022, the longest such stretch since the late 1960s.
Dow futures ahead, 491. The second week of former President Trump's hush money trial wraps up today after jurors heard lawyer Keith Davidson and his negotiations with former Trump attorney Michael Cohen and the National Enquirer. CBS's Robert Costa is at the courthouse in New York.
Trump's lawyers tried to paint Davidson as a serial extortionist of celebrities, citing alleged deals related to Lindsay Lohan, Charlie Sheen, and Hulk Hogan, and said he did the same with Trump.
Former White House aide Hope Hicks could take the stand as early as today. More crackdowns at pro-Palestinian protests on college campuses. Police in Oregon have ended the occupation of a library at Portland State for the second time this week and made 8 arrests. WCCO Steve Simpson on the University of Minnesota.
Protest organizers met with interim President Jeff Ettinger yesterday. This morning, Ettinger says the group has agreed to not interfere with graduation ceremonies or finals week activities. In addition, he says there's a framework in place to have the encampment taken down by the protesters, but that's not yet been confirmed. Ettinger says they'll have an opportunity to address the Board of Regents.
Similar compromise is made at Northwestern, Rutgers, and Brown universities. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan severed trade with Israel today. The BBC's Yolande Nell.
There had been restrictions put in recent months on certain goods, but now all imports and exports were being banned, he said, until there was a permanent ceasefire to end the war in Gaza and a secure flow of humanitarian aid to go into Gaza as well.
TikTok's assuring advertisers it won't be going away anytime soon. Last night, a company exec told hundreds it will fight a looming ban on the app in court. Last month, President Biden signed a bill into law that will ban it in the U.S. if its Chinese owner ByteDance can't or won't find a buyer within a year. Blast off in China. The country launched a lunar probe to land on the far side of the moon, one we never get to see on this side of Earth. The goal is to return home with samples that could provide clues on the differences between the two sides. This is CBS News.
And now, a list of things from Progressive Insurance. Home, auto, boat, motorcycle, RV, ATV. Progressive protects them all. Learn more about bundling at Progressive.com.
Why do so many dogs suffer from weight issues, skin problems, messy poops, and low energy? It could be the popular dog food you put in their bowl each day.
Cody was sleeping a lot, wasn't playing.
She was very lethargic and not moving around. Dry kibble just wasn't cutting it. That's why, after more than 45 years of experience of helping dogs make complete health turnarounds, veterinarian Dr. Marty created Nature's Blend. It's a freeze-dried raw dog food made with wholesome ingredients like premium meats, seeds, vegetables, and fruit. And once dog parents switch their pups to Nature's Blend, the results can be astounding. She's got her energy back. She's running around like she did like 5 years ago.
Miraculously, she's just feeling all around better. She's like a new dog. Thank you, Dr. Marty.
Get your dog started today and save up to 54% off Nature's Blend. Plus, receive a free pack of our best-selling beef liver dog treats. Go to drmartypets.com/good or text GOOD to 511-511. Text GOOD to 511-511. All dogs are unique. Your dog's results can and will vary. Message and data rates may apply.
President Biden will award the Medal of Freedom to a group of 19 people at the White House.
Among those who will receive the nation's highest civilian honor, former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi.
For our daughters and our granddaughters now, the sky is the limit.
Former Vice President Al Gore.
Job number one is to stop using the sky as an open sewer.
And the late civil rights activist Medgar Evers, who was killed in 1963. Also being honored is Michelle Yeoh, the first Asian woman to win an Academy Award for Best Actress.
This is the beacon of hope and possibilities.
Christopher Cruz, CBS News, Washington.
Maui County is suing major cellular carriers over last summer's deadly wildfires. Officials say it sent at least 14 alert messages warning people to evacuate, but they never received them because of cell tower failures on the island. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Getting quality employees to fill positions in your company is essential, but finding those people can be a major hassle, unless you use ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter makes finding quality people a breeze. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. With ZipRecruiter, one click sends your job to hundreds of top job sites. But more than that, ZipRecruiter's advanced technology identifies the candidates with the skills you need, sends you a list of great matches to review, then actively invites them to apply for your job. And the results speak for themselves. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's right, the first day. Now you can focus on your business and let ZipRecruiter do the work finding the best people for you. See for yourself. Experience the ease, efficiency, and power of ZipRecruiter for free. Just go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
With Kevin Elkins in the morning, Dan Bongino for the midday, and Sean Hannity for your afternoon. It's News Radio 1440 all day. Depend on it.
Okay, somebody, while I wait for my guests to come up, somebody told me how people can live, without working. Okay, I got it. Okay, so wait, what is it here? Okay. She says that it is okay. Unemployment, rent assistance. Do they have rent assistance? Section 8, SNAP, aid to dependent children, student loan forgiveness, utility assistance, and 100 other ways to play the system. Well, listen. I think she's probably right there, but the system puts it there. She says, "Why work?" Okay, SNAP. SNAP is um, SNAP. Uh, what's that? Okay, aid to dependent children. Aid. Okay, but aid to dependent children. Oh, okay. So if you have a bunch of kids, you can get free money. Okay, I'm with you. Okay, I'm with you. Now, can somebody give me the address to utility assistance? Okay. First time call today. It's 8:07 in the morning. My son's supposed to be here at 9 o'clock. Somebody's supposed to be coming up in a few minutes though. And he gets to ask me dumb questions. Okay. And I get to give him pragmatic answers. Okay. Nothing sophisticated, just regular little answers that hopefully will take him a long way in life. It is 8:07 in the morning. 860-1440 is the number. Don't forget, starting I believe next week, there is going to be let me get this right quick before I get to anything else. The 2024 Alabama Sheriff's Association PCA Pro Rodeo is going to go from Thursday, May the 9th to Saturday, May the 11th. The Alabama Sheriff's Association, in conjunction with the 3R Rodeo Company from Jefferson, Alabama, will present the first annual Sheriff Association Pro PCA Rodeo from May the 9th to May the 11th, 2024, at the National Peanut Festival Fairgrounds in Dothan, Alabama. Houston County Sheriff Donald Valenza will be the host sheriff for the rodeo. The 3-day family-oriented, family-friendly event will be live streamed worldwide. Okay, so you'll be heard everywhere. Okay, everywhere around the world. Okay, it's going to have a full array of rodeo activities highlighting the 67 sheriff of the state of Alabama, including static displays of law enforcement demonstrations taking place on the fairground. So proceeds will go to help the Alabama Sheriff's Association and the Alabama Sheriff Youth Ranches. Your tickets can be gotten at alabamasheriffs.com. That's not Alabama Sheriff, Alabama Sheriffs, okay, .com. ALABAMASHERIFFS.com. The address, of course, is National Peanut Festival Fairground at 5622 US 231 Dothan, Alabama. See, now I'm gonna tell you something. If you ever ask the girl for her address and she gives you something, okay, go down to the left corner and then take the second, third highway. Yeah, you don't want to go out there. That's too far. Okay, so 5622 US 231. Now I'm pretty sure US 231 is a long road, but you'll find it. Okay. Let's go to the phone and see who is there. Good morning. Yes. This is he. Happy Friday. Well, just over broke. Yeah. But that's better than being broke. Great one. Mm-hmm. Actually. Yeah. Well, if they pay them better, I guess they can get some people, though. I mean, what is that? Mm-hmm. I watch Notre Dame. I watch Notre Dame. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Which is change compared to the players, but we don't get into that. Yeah, really. Now that's not true, but okay, go at it. Yeah. Mm. But now this official thing for a game, then that's kind of interesting. So, but you got, yeah. Well, at 9 sports, he underpaid. Mm. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Oh, okay. Mm. Yeah, that's because they ain't been hungry yet. Well, I came an entrepreneur after I got out the service, though. Yeah. Right, right, right. Right on, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah. Well, we ain't talking about young kid, but at 26 years old, you would have some direction. That ain't young. Well, now, but we were 26. Yeah, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay. 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 Hey, gotta go. I appreciate it. Gotta go. Gotta take a break. Gotta let my guest in. We'll be back.
Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on
News Radio 1440.
We don't have nobody standing out there at the door waiting
What a damn
somebody to show up.
What a damn organization y'all got going on there.
How about curmudgeon?
I'm about to get him fired up.
Yeah, man, I imagine he's gonna
Has he
go.
called in yet?
Not yet.
Okay, I'll get him. He's at the beach. He called me. He sent. This guy sent a email text to all elected officials, state representatives, senators, wanting a full audit of the Whitewater scam.
Well,
I mean, he is something.
a pain in the absolute
Oh my
butt.
God! I mean,
That's okay. He came up here and told him I had never been in the military, had never did this, had never. I said, okay.
like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Free tuition to U.S. students that are
God,
expelled for
Larry.
taking part in anti-Israel protests. Maybe this is a good thing. I actually hope they take them up on the
That's-
offer,
what is
and then
that?
maybe
He
they'll
said,
learn a thing or two about what life is
He
like
said,
for
I
students
said to go
their
to talk to
age,
every Republican
on
senator to man a
college
public
campuses in
forensic
Iran, because
audit
guess
of
what? They're not going
Whitewater
to be having any protests
for another
against
dime
the,
against that
president of
albatross.
Iran or the
I said, you're a year behind. That was last year's
Yeah.
news. He said,
swift and it'll be severe. And
I
by
said,
the
I'll
way,
send you the
if you're a
numbers.
woman,
I told him I'd send you the
cover up,
numbers.
because otherwise you
And,
might be beaten. If you're a member of the LGBTQ community, you better be careful not to be exposed, because if you are, they will murder you.
The Sean Hannity Show.
He
from
said- he
coast
said-
to coast later today.
You don't know how many made up crap are idiots like Kevin Elkins. Idiots like Kevin Elkins.
I'm not here to do that. Tax
At least you got my name right.
I said, I told him, I said, I'm honoring Elkins with a proclamation for his heroic sacrifice jumping out of fighter plane.
That's right.
Oh, that got you pissed off.
Call now. 800-575-9862.
Oh, my God.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is
geez.
taxes
I
and
don't
helping
start at
individuals
6:30.
fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on
gosh.
Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
I know one thing where I don't think I want to be a public figure. They want too much of your time. I mean,
Honestly, it's, you know, my wife had that conversation with me this morning, you know, because I got home last night, and
Tax relief advocates.
time I got home, it was
for
like
real people.
7:30.
oh, that ain't too late.
No, but I stayed on the phone till like 9:30.
Oh.
I mean, 2 phones, steadily, people calling about commissions, people calling about the state house, you know, the gambling bill and the bills up there. And it's every night. And she's like, you know, she said, Doug, you get home and you try to get you something to eat, and you got 2 phones going, you're trying to eat, and you're on both phones. She said, every time I ask you something, the phone's ringing. I'm like, you know, you're right. And this is, it's,
But somebody's got to do it.
yeah, but somebody's got to do it.
I mean, somebody's got to do it, but
it ain't like it.
But you can turn the phones off. And the problem
Yeah, I'm probably over because I try to answer. You know, I try to, if people call, I try to respond to them. I'm the last of the, I'm last of the cowboys, you know, where you try to respond. Yeah, I could just turn the phones off and not call people back, not answer calls.
You call back next day.
Well,
because unless their house is burning up.
Most elected officials don't call back at all. So,
yeah, I know. I've been the recipient of that.
Yeah, well, you know what it's like, yeah. You know, normally people don't mind you saying no. It's just when you don't say nothing, you know,
Yeah.
you don't answer, you don't respond.
I will admit though, most people I call me back.
Well, you're on the radio.
Yeah.
So you got a platform.
Yeah, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
They will put me in the do not bother me.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, you've got a way to get on the air and criticize if you want to, you know? So, but you don't do that.
No.
You could. You could be like Montiel.
Oh, Montiel.
West his soul. But what you want to talk about today?
We're talking about the meta thing.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it yesterday. That'll get old Don calling in.
Yeah.
I hope he calls me. I'm gonna give him.
All righty then, we are back. My guest, Doug Singleton here, the commissioner of the Montgomery County Commission. Well, let the head, whatever you call the chairman of it. Let me take this last call. Good morning on there. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because they made the system. Wait a minute, the politicians made the system so they can get contributions from the rich people, and they made the system so you don't have to do it. But we did. But we did. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then every child has a father. We need to start putting their butts in jail. Every child's got a dad. So wait a minute. It ain't society's job to take care of your child. That's your job. Wait a minute. Okay, that's a whole different conversation. That's a whole different conversation. But yeah. No, we say every life, without life you have nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. But okay, well let him live and put the daddy in jail that made him. Okay. It ain't the internet that stops people from saying we making a bunch of weak kids is what we're making, weak children. I got bullied on the internet. Hell, I'm glad you can read. Okay, well, well, I live on that. Wait a minute, I lived before the internet got here, so I mean, if the internet goes away tomorrow, I'll be all right. Yeah, I'll be all right. Yeah. Okay. Well, let me get to my guest, man. Let me get to my guest. I appreciate it. Because I can only take so much whining. Anyway, good morning, Doug.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Good.
Listen, I learned yesterday we got the Meta thing here, $800 million facility, which is going to be out there by Hyundai.
Right across the street.
Facebook. How did that happen?
Well, it's been a long, long process.
Mm-hmm.
Ellen McNair, who was with the chamber here in Montgomery, she spearheaded the project.
Mm-hmm.
These companies are wanting to come to Montgomery for a number of reasons. One is
low rent.
Well, taxes, low taxes.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Low tax base is one thing they have to pay. But the other thing is that people long before me had the foresight to go out there and develop this property on an interstate.
Mm-hmm.
It's very important to have an interstate. We're fortunate we got two interstates that cross in Montgomery. So the people that went out and put the infrastructure in, what I'm talking about is the power and the water and the gas, the sewage, many, many years ago. So this property is very attractive to them. But also the incentives that the state of Alabama has stepped up. Governor Ivey and her staff have developed an incentive package that now Ellen McNair is actually Secretary of Commerce, and she held that for the state just like she did for Montgomery. And there's a reason she got the job at the state, because she was so wonderful with Montgomery. But Ellen McNair kind of led that project, as she has all the projects. You take this project, which is Meta, $880 million economic impact. and you take the Manna project that just came a couple of years ago, 1.1, so that's $2 billion in economic impact that has come to Montgomery, and we announced in the last couple of years. And now,
but why don't we? I guess the question is, and that's what a lot of people. How come we don't feel it? The impact, the average citizen doesn't feel it. Are we not? Are we not promoting it the right way? Are we not giving people hope that they may get? I mean, we don't really. I know the money has come, but we as citizens, tell us how we benefit from that?
Well, you benefit. Let's just take this project, Meta, $880 million economic impact. They are committed to hire local contractors to do all the construction. So directly, if you work for one of those construction companies, or you work for a sub, and on down, a supplier on down, you feel it directly. Now, indirectly, you say, how do people like you and I, who are not in construction, not doing those type of work, we realize it in the services that the city and the county are able to provide for you, and the tax base that comes up with that. So, the city and the county both are good, or I can speak for the county more than I can the city, but we're in great financial shape. So just being able to continuously have that revenue stream coming in from these companies coming, that's not something that you actually can see, but it is out there. And if we can continue to provide these high-paying jobs, quality type jobs, I think we talked about the other day on about Hyundai, and the average wage is $74,000 for the production line workers, $94,000 for the maintenance workers. If we can continue to provide these opportunities, hopefully they'll continue to help us retain our local talent that are here, our young folks, but also recruit those to come in here. But you ask about why are companies interested in coming to Montgomery, besides the tax base, besides the infrastructure that is in place. I think the chamber and the city and the county work very well together when we go make the presentations to the companies. I know, like, this group came, it was in the end of 2022, and they came to Montgomery, and they were looking for sites, and Meta wanted to meet with me, and they asked to meet at Whitewater, and I met them at Whitewater a couple of times. I didn't know their names. All they told me was their first names. They didn't tell me what the company was, but they wanted to meet at Whitewater because this company, there was about 12 or 15 on this bus that came out to Whitewater. And they're all young, very smart young people, professionals, and they were blown away with Whitewater. And then yesterday, during the presentation, when the leaders of Meta, Facebook, were here, the high-ranking executives were here, they said that was the most unbelievable place they've ever been, and to see the Whitewater Park. And while we were doing the presentation, I was listening to the governor, and the governor was on the stage, but behind the governor, walking along the walkway, were 7 to 8 ladies who had strollers with their babies, walking around Whitewater to go yoga. They have a yoga class out there. And it just dawned on me. I said, man, this is fantastic, because you think about Whitewater has done for the economic development, quality of life for our residents in Montgomery, but now you see the Maxwell families walking from Maxwell through a gate that we have set up so they have access to come in without having to get on Maxwell Boulevard, but them utilizing that park. People don't realize if we lost Maxwell Air Force Base, or if we lose any of our missions at Maxwell, the economic impact it would affect us. They're our largest employer, is Maxwell Air Force Base. So I know my buddy out there, your buddy, my buddy.
I'm pretty sure he'll call sooner or later.
He's going to call sooner or later with the Whitewater scam, but they don't realize that this Whitewater scam, what it has done, how it's impacted.
But I will say one thing, and even though I'm well aware of the impact that Maxwell and Meta, I'm glad to hear maybe that'll interest our kids in doing other things besides being rappers or something like that, because the technology is here to stay. But here's the part of this that bothers me. When the mayor took over a couple of years ago, when he came in office, and then Willie Durham was was the
chairman of the chamber.
Chairman of the chamber, and I looked on the board all the money that all the investments are that we're making, and I could not help but ask the question, well, then where is it? Because there's a certain part of Montgomery that doesn't seem. I know right now we're putting some more asphalt on Fairview Avenue, but it doesn't seem that the people who made all of this possible by their sacrifice years and years and years ago are benefiting the older people from these kinds of. I mean, young folks are great. We love them, but what are we going to ever get in like Crump Center right now? It's closed down.
That's a city. I can't answer that one.
But the county can come up with one day. But
well, we do have one down in South Montgomery, and we have one at Flatwood.
Wait, if I get out there, I probably wouldn't need a center.
But they live out there. You don't live out there.
Yeah.
So I can speak on the county part. I can't speak on Crump.
Okay. But I'm just saying, it doesn't seem to me that the older generation in this city is really benefiting. And Lord knows we need the young folks, because those are the ones who are going to be their future taxpayers and things like that. So we're not putting them down. But the people who pay the path, it just seems that they don't benefit from the infrastructure and the input of all of this economic activity. Am I wrong, or
Kevin? Again, we have senior centers out in the county. I'm a senior too now, so
I'm a senior too.
You both of us are.
Yeah.
But we have senior centers out there. We have a community center down in South Montgomery now that we never had before until about 4 or 5 years ago. Flatwood, it's closed right now, but we're rebuilding it because of the tornado. But I can only speak on the county, but we are, we're paving every year. We pave about 26 to 41 miles every year. We got it on schedule. So you ask where the money's going. A lot of that's going back to helping us pave and maintain our county services that we do between the engineering and the probate office and the appraisals, and then the sheriff's department. We fund the sheriff's department. Sheriff Cunningham is probably one of my closest friends, and we talk every day. And I'll do everything that I can, and the commission does everything we can to support them and fund them to make sure they have the best of equipment, and with the pay is the best that we can provide, and we have their back. So yeah, that's where the money goes. That's where the money goes.
I don't have any doubt that you're doing the best you can with what you got. But again, as I ride around Montgomery, which I do frequently, I just see certain neighborhoods that don't seem like it reminds me of the dinosaur age, where we still stuck where we were. And I'm just thinking, and I understand that we can't fix everybody's house. Well, actually, we probably could if we really wanted to. But I'm just trying to figure. It doesn't seem that they benefit from the economic and the influence of the economic activity in the city of Montgomery.
Well, I grew up in Boston, which is right outside Chisholm, so it breaks my heart when I ride through Boston. But things have changed a lot too, though, Kevin.
Sure.
You think about when I grew up there in Boston. The people took care of the yards and tried to do preventive maintenance on the house. They took pride in their neighborhood.
We didn't have drive-bys then, though.
No, we didn't have. No, we don't have anything like we have now. It's the society has changed. We've kind of gotten away. We've come to more. We focus more on rights and privileges instead of obligations that we have, and things have just changed. You're talking to the guy called in when I was on the phone, and you made a point, and he made some good points, and you made a point that if you're going to take on the role of being sperm donor, then you should be responsible. And before we start paying, government decides they're going to take care of people that just have babies, then whoever's having that baby should be able to identify who that father was, and let's go get the father and let the father pay the child support. And I think that will solve some of those problems. That's a national, federal thing, but I'm here to speak on behalf of the county. And again, yesterday, Whitewater, the announcement of Meta, it's just so exciting. You know, Meta's going to bring over 100 jobs initially, and then it will continue to increase. The big impact for Meta is the construction dollars that's going to bring in, but also to be able to say, you know, here in Montgomery, Alabama, we're home of Meta.
Yeah.
I mean, so, I mean, Facebook, everybody knows what Facebook is. So if you say Meta, but it's
Right,
Facebook.
It's Facebook, yeah. Good morning, you're on air. we knew you was out there, brother. We were just
I was
waiting
wondering
for
if you were awake.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I never seen her. I've never met. Yeah. No, I didn't have. Yeah.
Go out on Washington Road. Go out on Washington Road. The construction of that site. Well, Don, I don't know how much they put into it so far, but when you built your house, did you pay for your house before it ever broke ground? How much we put in the water? It was $93 million. That's all we put in there. Oh, we got signs out there. These people from Meta yesterday who came said that was the most impressive venue that they have ever been in where they were making any type of announcement or visiting. Period. Well, they're all young professionals. It is a $93 million economic development that has returned a lot more than what's into it. No, it's not Barrel Road. It's Maxwell Boulevard. Let me ask you a question, Doc. I've been wanting to ask you this question. You ask me questions all the time. Let me ask you this question. If everything is so bad, why do you continue to live here? But I mean, seriously. Well, just buying a house they don't give you a life sentence to have to be here all the time.
They do sell houses.
Zero.
Hey, listen, it's always good to talk to you, Commercial.
Zero.
I knew you was out there waiting for us, but we got to go on somebody else now. 8:39 in the morning. Good morning, on air.
I told Kevin before I got on the air, I said, man, I've got to bait my buddy. I love Don. Don and I text, we text back and forth all the time, and I wish I could share some of our texts. It's very colorful. If you ever want to really get him going, is when I text him, I told him we're going to do a proclamation at the county honoring Kevin for his heroic service of jumping out of fighter planes.
That's right.
The white one. Hey, I told Don I want him to come up here on Kevin's show with me the next time he's here, and he's out of town right now. But I wanted him to come up here, and we're just gonna have a debate here on the air. It'll be hilarious. You talking about where it cuts off right there, kind of where the old Southern Homes and Gardens is? Yeah, there has been. You know that the Bone Road is unique, and it's a city, it's a county, and it's a state of Alabama road. Yeah, you go a half a mile, you're in the city limits. You go another half a mile, you're in the town of Pike Road, and going another mile, you're in the county. But there is talk, and there's been. I know AlDOT's kind of leading that charge, but there is. Because I live out that way too. I don't go down that quite as much as I used to, but I live out that way. But there is talk about, we've done some improvements there at where Ryan Road comes out on Ball Road. People always say, well, you need a red light, but that's an ALDOT part there, and ALDOT studies show that a red light is not warranted. Now, I think it is, and you probably think it is, and a lot of people think it is, but we have done some, and ALDOT has done, not me, but ALDOT has done some really good improvements with some turn lanes there. I know the people that live on Ryan Road Extension had asked me about changing the turn lanes because originally the right-hand lane you could turn right or go straight across Bone into Ryan Ridge Extension. They said, hey, won't you take the left turn-hand lane that turns left and travels east on Vaughn Road, take that and make it straight or left, and then leave that right-hand lane open to turn right where people headed back into the city of Montgomery. And that's helped a lot with the traffic. I didn't come up with that one. Some residents out there came up with that, but we were able to do that on the county side. Oh, yeah. Oh, are you talking about? Are you talking about if they're coming from Pike Road, they're traveling west on 110, which is Vaughn Road, right? And so they don't turn right on Chantilly. You talking about past that, past towards Ryan Road is? Yeah. Yes. Oh, I know. Yeah. If I yeah, we got to get it. You're right. The problem, is out of look, Living Creek and all of those, yeah, they're not having to go to drop the kids off at Pike Road High School.
Well, they could go to school in Montgomery. I'm just saying, you know, have to go to Pike Road. Right. Yeah, exactly. They know where they want to. But if we made our schools comparable to their schools, they wouldn't have to go so far out to take their kids to school. What, Kevin? If the quality of education in Montgomery Public Schools is equal. Well, equal, so. Yeah. 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 But gotta take a break. I gotta take a break, guys. We'll be back. I remember this morning. We're down to see your man there, and you gonna listen. Boy, you killed him. Get these things out.
You know what he thinks the thank you to him. He said, "You don't have the guts to talk one-on-one without your boot blocker cutting me off." And I said, "I'm gonna tell him to take the day off so we can entertain the listeners." He said, "Set it up today." He said, "Set it up today. Don't let Kevin be the moderator."
Yeah. We ain't got it. That won't happen. But you two, we don't need moderator.
He said, "But you're cutting off."
I'm not gonna get stupid.
Boy, that hell, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. But if he up here,
I said, everyone will always that's all. Well, come on.
That's right. What time are we go?
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at PRA.com or call 800-575-9318.
So your song's coming up in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's company versus Elder. That really did shock me to see that Meta was coming in. Now that kind of whoa.
You know, that's the name you say. Facebook, you know, that's pretty cool. You know, you think about talent that they're gonna bring in here. I'm sure they're gonna have something good that a lot of them. It's pretty cool to be able to have that on your resume. So Don, the thing with Whitewater, Don looked at the Whitewater as a yeah, and that's like he's at make it money. When you're in private, yes, you gotta make money. When you're in public, you gotta look at the whole picture. Whether you're saying just the same. Yeah, Elkins. And you can get it online. Have you ever been up here? Okay.
Yeah, years ago.
Good man.
Anyway. Yeah, he is behind closed doors.
I can't imagine.
I put on the image in front of everybody else. Well, sometimes. Yeah,
I got yours.
You believe in leaving them things behind like you're done? No. Thank you very much. That's not talking, but you ain't gonna give them that. Sure.
My mom and dad looked at it.
That's right. I don't want to owe you nothing. Oh, you ain't me. Do you see a significant difference between?
I paid for two and then one got cost.
He helped him out while he was living. To the point he don't have to leave anything. I help you out too. You were born, you grown, you're fucking moving born. No, we don't do that.
You didn't get free food or free house?
Yeah, he did. Everybody took it. Does he look like he's starved to you? Oh, well, the last few years he's been taking it on. Yeah.
Now, my kids, I told my wife, we might leave a little, but we're going to
enjoy that money while you get it.
And I told my parents the same thing. I'll take mine. We're here for
You ain't going on yet.
Ain't going,
You ain't going on
I gotta have
yet.
a few more people call.
Okay, we got a couple minutes left. Our commissioner is with us right now, and after him, my son's going to be up here. He's, versus Elkins because he's so like kind of weird, but he actually think I'm supposed to make him a millionaire when I die.
Well, you're a war hero.
Good morning, on there. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's a mess. Yes, ma'am. That's a city, but I'll ask the traffic engineer to look into that. I'm familiar with what you're talking about because you come out there and some people are going to turn left to go to Ann Street, and it's a pretty bump. They run from the Capitol Heights Junior High School. Yes, ma'am.
Because now he's with the county, he's with the county, not with the city.
But I'll be glad to pass that along to you. Oh, Lord. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I appreciate it. I'm running out of time and got a couple of calls. Good morning, on there.
I ain't wheeling out. We're gonna put on the show.
That's up to you guys.
I'm waiting on you. Come on up here right now. I'm here now. Come on.
We'll make it. No, we'll make it. We'll make it. Good morning, on there. Good morning.
Would you like to hear Don and I debate one day up here? Would that? That's a one no vote. I enjoy and I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best call I've heard in a long time. Are you willing to? Oh, my Lord Michael, well, Kevin, I'll tell you about this. I volunteered from day one to mentor the Montgomery. He is one person. And if we had everybody in the city of Montgomery, I'm just talking about fantastic. Michael, I'll see you in the morning. You're right. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it. Let me get one more call in for the commissioner. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, let me tell you, you know, I meet with the mayor of Prattville, the mayor of Wetumpka, and Millbrook. We try to meet at least once a quarter to have breakfast and we talk about these different things. One thing that we are working on, and one thing that is going to have to happen at some point, but all this development, the economic impact development that we mentioned, the Meta and Nana and FedEx and Amazon, all the other ones out around Hyundai, at some point we're going to have to be able to work all that truck traffic. So that's going to add to it, but we've got to be able to work from all this traffic that's been going through I-65, I-85, which is a artery. It also affects like the road, it affects like Kennedy Avenue, it affects all our smaller roads. Is we're going to have to complete the outer loop. Yeah, so you're right. You're exactly right. You know, if we could avert this truck traffic to start with, that's going to open up to be able to go from this other traffic.
Appreciate it. Let me take one more call for the commissioner, and then we're going to come in the morning. Good morning on air. Good morning.
So you're going, which way are you traveling? You're traveling from Prattville area, that way? Where you traveling? Okay. So Hyundai, so you get on, you don't get on the interstate to go down. You go past the interstate to go down onto Ridge Road.
Okay. Well, we got to go. Our time is up. Come back again, and we'll get somebody from the city there. That's county.
Yeah, I got city questions today. That's a little bit of it.
SFA 12 News, Radio 1440.
Good luck. I kind of work on him.
Oh, Ken.
I'll tell you what, you got the greatest thing you can do ain't money.
Let's say that. That's fine to say that happens when living in the
You know, my parents wasn't wealthy. They instilled in me more than values that I have in money.
Right.
I'm serious. And the older you get, the more you understand. I know, Kevin, on your age, we get like you.
Yeah, just like you.
I mean, I tell my kids.
I got here 33.
Yeah, so. I tell my kids all the time, I got 36, 33, 25. And I said, look, my 36 and 33 are catching. Time has a way. 25-year-old. Yeah. But I didn't get it at 25 age.
I didn't get it.
We ain't gonna get it at 25.
I was shaking. I don't know what my dad installed in you, but you know, charged everybody for everything. You could have been in jail yet. You good. What's that right? Business is business. It comes to relative. They can get more. That's right.
Emergency evacuation. Including tornadoes in much the same places that fell on Thursday. We're talking about California area and west. At least 2 fishes up there. And we've got this again going into the weekend. On the job front, investors are sharing the latest report from the Labor Department that generated 540 homes have been reported. On news employers are the fewer than expected, with 175,000 positions last month. As the business analyst, there's something different logically. This is that we've seen of the massive activity this year. And remember, the strength of the labor market has been a contributing factor to inflation. Unemployment rose from 3.8 to 3.9%. After more than the recessionary factor in New York compared to the
Gallery apartments. The videos were damaging signs, including graffiti. Hours after officers shut down a pro-Palestinian new scenario. Professor Graham Blair was one of the more than 200 people arrested there. They threw protesters on recently in South American bodies flying through the air. No other original story, but the team is on top of the way the situation was handled. And the American youth for drivers. Damaged the bridge in 1995. There may be lots that previously down. We should have a two-way committee Monday morning. This is not meteor shower. Consultants Bill Harwood This is CBS News. The professional part people are like the other part. There are things that man. What is it? Oh. Oh. The Kentucky Derby tomorrow. This is $300 million. Kentucky going to be 150 or so for them. A full field of 20 million posts. This field is doing the top. To 18,000. Dow up.
I'm working on it
right now. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Wait, I only wait.
Award-winning gold guy. I've advised
Everyone got to flick in for a picture, my boy. Everybody got to flick in when you take a picture. Because they be faking the phone. Yeah, want to take one of these? Okay. We get this power. Again? Who helped me with mine? We didn't. That's what I want to do. Because I'm not really. I'm not really. Once you get American Express stuff up, and then just make my authorized visa. You gotta use I don't want on metal and metal.
I'm on Swift Story. I know you do that. So, they hit it too. Yeah, it's like, it's only like, all right, let's see. And welcome back, everybody. It's a Friday, and it's Friday. You know, we always try to do something different on Friday. And today certainly will be different on Friday. My young entrepreneur son is here with me this morning. Emmanuel. He's one of the, I guess, people with a camera. Man with a camera, go around town and take all kinds of pictures. See him on Facebook everywhere. He's pretty good photographer, as a matter of fact. And so I don't mind, you know, he's pretty good. I mean, I bought a camera. I did. Yeah, I bought one. I was going to be a photographer too. And then I looked at his and thought I wasn't ready for the big time yet. So I sort of like to put the camera down. But anyway, today it is going to be about my generation and his generation and where he stands today. Oh, you guys call him asking questions. He'll tell you the truth about it. He'll even take some lies on it. But that's okay. That's all right. I can handle it. So anyway, good morning, Emmanuel. Good morning, sir. How are you? How you doing? You're 30. You'll be 33 this month. And my birthday also. So older I'm getting than you are. But give me your take on the world today. What do you think is the most important thing going on in America? Now, don't stress out on it. I mean, what do you think of this Israeli thing, where these people are running behind people because they Jewish, want to feel out of school and do them? I don't know. You think that's a problem that you don't know what's going on in the world? It doesn't affect me. I don't feel it. Yeah, but you do realize that everything affects it. Yeah. So, it'd be good to know what's going on. If a tornado was coming your way, would you want to know? It actually comes to the iPhone and you get the weather. Okay. See, there you go, technology crowd. Okay, I'm telling you. But if a tornado was coming, would you want to know? Okay, because information is power. It lets you get the hell out of there with something. So I'm with you. Anyway, so what's the most important thing in your work? Family. All right, there. Okay. So I saw your eyes going to the left. That means you're referencing your brain. It means that you were looking for a TV show. Okay, so what's more important to you? Is your life and your mind? In actuality, we're dead long as we're all alive. So what's important is what I do. That is part of that too, but what I do, what we do to help our nation. What we do to help our nation, what we do to help each other. What's your family? That's part of mentality. Let's get you to that there. Let me get a phone right quick. Good morning, who's this? Yeah. Good morning to you. I'm kind of a little traumatized.
shouldn't lie on the radio, but okay, so I do a best. I do a best guy, but I'm certainly not the worst guy in town. Well, the public schools do suck. It does suck, though. Except for the magnet school, it does suck. It's not the kids, though. It's wrong.
Unfortunately, I went to Capitol Heights for a few months. Yeah, it was pretty bad. My brother went to what was it, Christian Academy School, was a private school.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got out of it.
Well,
I think he was.
I appreciate that. All right, yeah. Good morning on there.
Good morning to you.
Mm-hmm. Mm. All right. All right. Appreciate it. 860-1440. Good morning on there.
Good morning to you. Okay. Your mom name. Yeah, my mom. And that's I know what my name is. Means God is with us. Oh, these are four questions. Yeah. All right, we can. What is a friend? I think a friend to me is, I'm going through my mother's right now. My mother. What is a friend? Look at that. Let me get back to another. Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah. What's the other one? Yeah. Come on. We're going to leave that one too. That's a lot. Yeah. Okay then. Good morning on there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you can't be too long. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. um, probably, probably. I don't. It just depends on what. Yeah. Mm. Mm. I think. Yeah. Okay. All right. Appreciate it. Let's take one to the break here. Good morning. 9:20 in the morning. It's me and Emmanuel. Good morning to you. Yeah, he was on the audio. 32. Oh, let me see. Okay. Oh, yeah, you didn't put- yeah. There's some. I have a once upon a time. No, not me. Not me. They even doing till you're 35 nowadays, though. Yeah. Appreciate it. Appreciate your call. Let me take one more before I take a break. Good morning on there. Good morning to you. Well, if he was supposed to, if he knew, he wouldn't be You,
No, it's,
wait.
yeah, that's something that he would have to tell you that. That's his personal information.
Thank you very much. Good morning, who's this?
Good morning to you. I think a lot of the problem with public school is that there's a lot more younger parents raising kids, and I think the parents are not really ready for those type of responsibilities. To know what's going on. It's almost like kids trying to raise kids. But the kids in middle school is pretty off the chain right now. I actually went to what's that school called Blue Baker not too long ago. I stopped by Chapel Heights. Yeah, it's crazy out there. It was crazy when I was there. It really was.
The kids haven't changed. What has changed is I agree to a certain extent, parenting, but parents don't run schools. The grown folks who part of the administration run schools. And if they ran the schools the way they're supposed to, get rid of Tyrone, you can't keep it, can't be respectful, get rid of anybody that's disrespectful in their classroom. Send them home with the idiot parents. Let the idiots sit at home by themselves. Okay. Ain't just had them in school messing up the learning environment for everybody else. So I don't blame the kids. I don't blame the kids. You have to do exactly what you want them to do. But it is grown people who forgot how to be wrong.
So who are you blaming?
I'm blaming the administrators of the school system. That's from the state down to the local level. They're running scared. They won't send a child home. They make excuses for them. They give them IEP. They make all these excuses for the behavior. One child about 3 months ago walked up to a teacher and said, "B, don't you know that?" And she went to the office with him. He beat her back to her room. But the principal sent her back. It's grown folks that are allowing this to happen.
So what is the teacher supposed to do?
Send them home. Get them out of the environment. And but they won't do it because it's about money. But so we're gonna take 9 kids and mess their life up because of the one. And so that reminds me, Karl Marx, well, Karl Marx was a Marxist. He believed the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one. Or the needs of the one outweigh the needs of the many. I think in this case, it's the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one. And one child cannot be made, cannot be allowed to desecrate the learning environment in school. For you, for Z, or anybody else that's in that classroom. But we make excuses and we let boys come to school with representatives. Okay, that just messes my mind up.
What school is in
And to confuse kids, confuse boys now come up think they're girls.
Have you seen that in person?
Yes.
Yes,
I've seen.
When was the last time you actually been to that?
About 4 days ago.
What's the?
They tell you that. I was there. They don't know. I do. Yes, I do. I gotta go. Wait a minute. G goes to school. We can hit this singing next year, bro. We have to go. I go there often. Not often. Let's take a break, and we'll be back. Emmanuel Elkins is here. Elkins versus Elkins this morning. Now, I'll win all of these things, but I will try to give you the break. Here we go. you and G got something to we were bowling trying. You were bowling. We didn't know where to go. When I was younger. Yeah. You always say about nothing. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you I remember us going out to the thing on the top of the hill, TV station. So I don't know if you did that. I ain't gonna be. I live in Hawaii for years. I don't need to. Water is water. Maybe because of my upbringing. You know y'all think. Let's say I was a good family man. Every 2 days to turn off the lights. I will remember the time and not the light. Very well, yeah. You remember the time using the dog. That's how you say how to the board. You can't see the board with no light. I said the candle. Oh, with the candle. Then you burn up the house. Because somebody's gonna knock off the candle. It's really too late to be a family. They may not be, but most military people feel like it's hard to use it.
Or just talk about your
You can't do a stage yard. Really big question. You have it? They grew up with it. Instead of parenting at home, but in school, you don't have to put up with that. You know, at home. That's nothing else. Because they know that's going to happen. Yeah. Because we haven't given you that you And good morning. All right, now here's what we're going to do. This is the easy day. Here's what we're going to do. I'm gonna allow you to ask me but ask me questions in the phone. And I'll give you the pragmatic thing. Okay. Like you think, okay, well, you think that parents should leave their kids money. No. Oh. Yeah, you have to ask for the reasons of money. When we die, we leave you money. Oh, you should help me, on the journey. I'll invest in something. Wow. Just say, hey, why do you believe I could help you in your journey? It's your journey. It's not oh, my bad. So why do you believe you could? Because my mama had a saying, if every thought is selling its own body, you don't ever want to be tethered to somebody else to work. Because people that help you will also openly try to control you. So nobody can what you got. And I just think, again, I don't owe you that. Yeah. I'm still trying to help myself. Well, that's what I feel. How's it going? In there. Morning. You said first? My wife. You said you don't like that or you like it? You said you like that or you think it could be? Oh, you didn't give him an answer to who it is. Actually, it's myself. That's his word. That's his word. You think it's the rest, you don't think it's how God gives you what? I guess the correct answer would be that. All right. Good morning on air. Morning. Now this is Emmanuel. You just called me the way. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I know this voice. This is Mr. Willie. Am I right? This is Mr. Willie. Oh, what attribute do I think I got to you? That's good. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I know my dad behind closed doors. I'm pretty much the same way behind closed doors. Not to me, you're not. I think I got that due to circumstances, but not. um, I don't think that's a default, but I've been in positions in my life where I have to do it. As a man, yeah, no, no, I think I'm more of an engineer because Now, I qualify for it, I don't pay enough. So I have to figure out a way to make it be. So I have, you know, it's uh, and what kind of stuff. I'm a big person that believes in teamwork, and I do believe, us as a group, at least everybody can do all that stuff. I wouldn't choose to be independent because as far as paying bills on your own and everything, appreciate it. You think you played the part of it? I didn't do the work. I think if you grow up and you see, and all you see your dad doing is getting high, drinking beer, sitting on the couch, you'll never see you doing nothing, it certainly doesn't motivate you. So you've never known me to be a guy who sit at home and the way you got this thing about saying, it does make I wasn't going to say that. It allows me to do things, and it allows me to do things that I wanted to do as opposed to those things that I had. I think I would have seen that. I better. Hunger makes you more entrepreneurial. Absolutely. But again, I was responsible for that also in the service, at the young age, did my thing, and qualified for the benefits that I received. So, yeah, if I didn't get that, I think on a witness. But if you, but you did witness for me, with 75 work back on my back, talking to the bishop, getting on the airplane and going all over the world and jumping out of the airplane, landing in places that are exclusively in the hospital. So that's the part when I'm very, I mean, yeah, that has to do with nothing is separate. It's all connected. When I joined the Army, the language, I wanted to be protected. I wanted to be the protect you in the military. It gave me the that's one of the because everybody don't get this. Everybody don't get this. So I'm just saying, I do have a spirit of trying to be excellent in things that I do. But you're young, you're still young and dumb. What do you think you are the best? Yes. Oh, that's a little phone. Good morning. Yeah. You do, yeah. Listen, I think father and son, y'all call it the father and son podcast with different dads and all the dads and stuff. But it is amazing what you think. I'm not, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think, yeah. So by the way, I do live podcasts. I'm more into the media side. Again, you could have said, that's right, yeah. Right. How about we all? It's something, yeah. There's only been one perfect one that walked this earth. I think the break from my last break will come back. Kevin and Emmanuel today. Doing the boy things. Young man, my bad. I'm gonna be scrapped. Hey, when you can get this, you gonna get that get income, you gotta go out there and go do something. I do know I'm kind of I probably said it, I kind of get my kick now. Well, you better not with what you do. You do what you do. No, you definitely part of the reason I do what I do. But as far as hard working, I wasn't trying to work too hard. But again, the reason that point is I just didn't have to. I've never seen my dad. It makes me lazy. I got up every morning and went someplace to go to work. This is crazy. It is. It still works. This is great. It was Johnny thing just sitting at home. I can't say but I can only watch Mission Impossible so many times. Hey, I know this ability. Yeah, I think he got a little change. I mean, he got a little change. You don't want to pay that money. I don't think you don't pay it. That's because they vain. I hardly ever get a check from the money. You call a man giving it to her in the back. Probably so. Probably so. Give me the money. Well, I think you didn't have a lot of weddings this year. But then the last thing you say you didn't have to. And it's Christmas. You said that we got a lot. But you're giving people land to me. Now, are you backing up all that stuff? Are you backing up your stuff in that strong husband? Well, you need to put them online. You need to pay about $5 a month. Yeah, but you can get a couple of terabytes. I pay Dropbox.
almost $100.
And for how much space? You can buy, man, look at, they got external hard drive now. All you need to do is get 2 external hard drives. You get 2 of them and back them, let them back each other up. That way, if something ever happens to one, you still got one other. Stop paying somebody a month. Just buy you 2, 8 terabyte hard drive. What I gotta send it to you. Huh? You don't know hard drive. As you put the pictures off the thing and send them somebody, you can put those on a flash drive. You put them on a drive this big. You don't need to do that. But you want to store them so you control all your data. Because what happens is if the lights go in your house, you have to take these things someplace else, get on somebody's computer, put them on a digital hard drive. Get your either a 10 terabyte, 8 terabyte hard drive, and run 150, you know how much stuff that is out a lot. Get 2 of the same size, and then back the other up.
Yeah, but if the power did go out, then.
Oh, you just take something. You can take to a print shop. You bring it to me. You bring anybody. I ain't never charged you. No, I'm taking. I'm charged. If I got to run to your house, you can charge. And you take $20 to charge. You charge me, and you taking you on base of my time. Because we was going on base for you, not me. Right. You didn't have to. You went to say. What was we going? A little bit of a lie. It sounds like a little bit of a lie here. Okay.
You have
there's a have a right to yourself. And we are back. 2 minutes to the hour, 10 o'clock. No, just to now, sir. I think parents have a right to do something. 18 years or whatever it takes to get you wrong. You know, hey, you know, you need to get out there and help it, bro. I get up every morning to come to work. Maybe not. Okay, I don't sweat. I'm in the air conditioned office, all that stuff, but still. Okay. Good morning.
I haven't really seen any proof that my dad was actually in the military.
Okay, you should do actually any proof I get it.
Only the fact that I was able to get on base.
And again, how did you get on base? Okay. Okay. Good morning, on there. Okay. Now they're starting to get stupid, man. So you haven't seen any proof that okay.
My military ID, that's it.
And how did you get a military ID?
You was in the military.
So don't you think that was proof?
I think that was proof.
Okay. And you don't see the pictures of me on the Facebook thing?
I seen one picture, and that picture you was black it was dark.
Well, that's true, because we didn't have the cameras then that we got now.
I don't know if that's you or not. But I do know you was in the military because I was able to get on base. So
okay. Good morning. I lost all my stuff. That was the problem. Good morning. Good morning. Yes. Turn that down, whatever that is. Not a thing. Mm-hmm. Mm. They ain't going to have to do that. They don't have to do that. I got it. We go.
He did tell me he was using.
Yeah, I am.
And that computer will be cold.
I hope so. That means I live long enough.
He said his parents didn't leave him anything. That's what you know.
And I did all right. Yeah, graduate. And well, we can even walk them before. We can never with us. So, well, I mean, I'm not really poor, but I'm, yeah, yeah, I'm not. Yeah, what do you got to get? Yeah, that's it. Okay, man, I appreciate it. Let me see here now. Good morning, who's this? Maybe yeah. He got a little more experience in life for right now. Yeah. Online. Good. Okay. Now let's see. You said you thought I was. You said I never worked hard. I said I never seen you work hard. What's your definition of hard? I mean, if I don't put dirt underneath the cars and get a shovel and dig in the dirt, I mean, well, what do you call hard? I only think you're talking very good. Well, you got to be able to talk. So I think I got some of my communication skills from you. Mm. Okay. Because I think you did teach me how to talk crap. So you talk a lot of shit. So Mr. Willie, I got that from him. Okay, good. How to talk crap. Good morning. Yes. That's why I brought it on. Again, I hear you. I hear you. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He did say he gets to go on base with his ID card. I definitely went on base. Yeah. All right, brother. Hey, appreciate. I gotta go because I'm running out of time. But I still like you. Don't get me wrong. Come on, who's this? Okay. Good morning. Yeah. I don't think I have the time. Yeah. I don't have any pictures. I gotta have an ID that allows me to get them. We said jumping off the plane every week. I like trying. Right on. Right on. All right. If you don't get nothing else from me, that's good. I can't wait. Yeah. Yeah, I might actually be worse than he is. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I told you one thing I got from him is I'm not the contact. Because Biden has I'm gonna give people the same answer they gave why they want Biden anymore. I thought about somebody asking me this question. You gotta make his own mind up, bro. I do feel like a Republican. Appreciate it. Good morning. Who's this? I'll give you them. I'll give you them. All right. Anyway, well, it's an unusual show. I just want something different. I just make you go through things like you don't really know about just right now. Oh, okay. All right. Radio station, everything you're in. All right, one more call. Good morning. Who's this? I do like the older college that went through the 70s, didn't run for office. Yeah. So, yeah. And now it has been a pleasure to have you up here today. We won't do this too often, but we'll do it every once in a while. You did it because you ate free, very free. You had to buy no work. 18. Well, however long it was, you got to eat for free. That was pay. I don't think you've ever been hungry in your life. You know, I'm hungry now. I'm hungry for pay. I've been hungry too. I'm hungry right now. Yeah, we got to go. What's that? I guess not. Okay. That lady wants you to. I don't know. Yeah. All right.